Peace world and welcome to a special conversation with the Sportster. My name is Adam Barnard. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My guests can be seen each and every week on Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network, Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and will also be starring in the Netflix original series WWE Unreal, premiering July 29th. The former Women's United States Champion and our true president of these United States, WWE superstar Chelsea Green. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
Beautiful intro. Just the way the first ever longest reigning, most dangerous United States Women's Champion deserves to be
And,
introduced.
also, too, I want to just at the top here, I want to make sure I address and salute you properly. I don't generally have dignitaries of your stature on my program often. The salute works for you just fine? Perfect. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you so much for blessing us. Do you want to talk about WWE Unreal? I know there's been a lot of talk about this pulling back of the curtain into the world of both WWE and professional wrestling. What was your initial reaction about hearing the premise of this Netflix original series?
I mean, I was excited because I love reality TV. I love pulling back the curtain. I'm one of those people where when I watch a murder mystery, I'm going and reading all about the case. I'm, watching a movie and I'm looking up what the characters do in real life. So like I'm pulling back the curtain every single day for all the shows I'm watching. And then on top of that, I've been very open. There's been no curtain in my life to pull back because for 10 years I've let you guys in on my life, my marriage, my family, everything. So it felt obvious for me to do this. It was easy.
Now, I know you had a pretty spectacular quote in the trailer. I'm quoting you directly. We're getting paid a lot of money to look like assholes. I'm okay with that. Do you care to expand on that a little bit more? Or do you want people to watch the show in order to get the context of that?
Look, I think everyone knows by now that I have found my niche in being kind of a theater kid, a comedy actress, a comedy wrestler. So I feel like basically what that means to me is I don't care what you tell me to do. I'm going to run the play.
Mm.
If the play needs to be run, I'm going to run it. Um and you got to tune in on July 29th to see what I'm saying that about.
Now, I spent some time in a former life around the Jackass guys, the CKY guys, and I remember them talking a lot about the invasiveness of the cameras, not just not while they were like recording the actual show, but just in the general minutia of their everyday life. Was there anything during this process that made you be like, "Oh crap, this is really overwhelming. Like, can you give me a minute?" Or was the process as straightforward as some of the things you do with WWE each week?
If I was trying to hide part of my life, it would be overwhelming. But because I just allowed myself to be 110% me without any filters, and I told them that, like when they called me and asked me if I wanted to do it, I said, absolutely, but I'm not filtering myself.
Hmm.
So that means that you'll have to. If you want me filtered, you're going to have to do that in post production. But honestly, Omaha Productions and the team, like Chris Weaver, the producer,
Hmm.
the director, they were all so amazing and kind of became my friends. And I am just an open book by nature. So once I got to know them, I mean, there was really nothing I needed to kind of hide.
Hmm. Now, my daughter Sophie is a huge fan of yours. She just loves what you do each every week on TV. She never misses one of your
Oh,
matches. I think I realized for the first time when I saw her do the shh and
yep.
with a ton of attitude, by the way, with It's Chelsea, the whole nine. It's unbelievable. I'll send it to you because it's really quite spot on.
Please.
I will. Yeah. That was really the first time where I was like, oh my God, this like Chelsea's taking off. Like this is really a big deal. When did you realize that the new persona that you had incorporated into your work was really getting over? And do you have a chance to explore that in this Netflix series?
I think there's a lot of negativity around social media, but I think that social media showed me that. It showed me like, oh, my fandom is growing. People are making my skirts, they're buying my hats, they're wearing my merch. They're doing they're bringing American flags to shows. Like all of that stuff was really mind blowing because it's taken me forever to get here,
Mm,
and I've had a ton of different characters, but I've never held on to a character long enough for people to grasp and then emulate.
mm.
So that was really interesting. I don't know if you see that in Unreal. But you see that on my social media because I do try to post it whenever I'm at meet and greets. If there are people dressed as me, bet I will be taking a photo of you to show my husband later that night and post on social media.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'll make sure I send you the video of Sophie because she's very proud of it. She's been
Please.
practicing. Yep.
Oh,
What's one thing you want people to remember, like before watching WWE Unreal? And what's one thing you want people to take away from this series about the life of being a WWE superstar?
I mean, I think the most important thing for me is just that people understand the grind of professional wrestling.
Mhm.
I feel like there's so much respect surrounding professional sports, especially men in professional sports, the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, like whatever, the NHL, but we don't have an off season.
Right.
We're doing exactly what they do, except for bigger crowds on live television with huge viewerships. Huge. We are competing with the NFL for the top viewership. And we're doing that 365 days a year. We don't get off season. We don't get to have the All-Star week where we take 2 weeks off and go to the Bahamas. I would love that. But we
Who,
don't. We
who
are
wouldn't though,
working,
Chelsea? Who wouldn't? That sounds amazing, right? Yeah.
right? We are working 24/7. And even on my off days, I'm sitting here chatting with you because like this is my whole life.
Mhm.
And every single WWE superstar, we give 120% all the time.
Mhm.
So I hope that people see that from Unreal.
Now, on top of being obviously the president of the United States, as we've acknowledged at the top, which we always should. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And of
Yes.
course, and the star of the Netflix original series. Are there any other Netflix series that you would like to star in or maybe become involved in?
I would love to host some
Mm,
Netflix shows.
mm.
Look, if there's a Netflix Christmas movie that they want me to star in, I will go. I'll do it.
Twist my
I'll do
arm.
it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah.
Twist my rubber arm, I'll do it. But I think my journey within also staying as a wrestler, I would love to explore hosting. And
Mm,
WWE gave me the chance to interview Anna de Armas for the new John Wick movie Ballerina. It was, oh my gosh, it was thrilling. It was scary. I had never done anything like that before. I was learning something new.
mhm,
I was so nervous, but it sparked something in me. So,
mm.
Netflix, if you want me to host a little love reality TV show, I'm here.
Plus, I was going to say there's people on here that can help. So if you're listening, y'all, please tweet and let's get this campaign started because I'm about it. I want to ask you about Evolution. You're part of the Battle Royal. You were a huge part of it, actually, instrumental in that. How excited were you, not just to see this premium live event come back, but also to be such an integral part of it?
I mean, we waited 7 years to get a second evolution. So I think the girls felt a lot of pressure, but we were so excited and it was time. I don't necessarily think we need to bring evolution back as an annual pay-per-view because I think it's special. I think it
Mhm.
holds like a certain amount of meaning. But I love the fact that when we did bring it back, we had a whole new roster of girls.
Mm,
We had all new NXT girls, all new SmackDown and Raw girls. We had Nikki Bella come back. It was just the energy of that day was so special. Not even just in the crowd, the adrenaline coming from the crowd and just like the specialness of the people sitting in those seats, but backstage, we're all very supportive of each other, and it's cool to watch our storylines culminate in a pay-per-view like
mm.
Evolution, like
Yeah.
to watch Trish and Tiffy. That's really cool. That's a moment that a lot of us would kill to have. And I was really, really proud of Tiffany. I think she's doing an amazing job as a champion. And to be that young
Mm.
and to be that early on in her wrestling career and to be wrestling a legend and holding her own, I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned Nikki Bella. You got to wrestle her in her first singles match in many years on Netflix, which is fabulous. Talk to me about that experience. And then also, because I know that you are a big fan of the Divas era, is there anybody else from that time that you'd like to face off with sometime soon?
Oh, how long do you have?
As long as you need. Y'all can
Because
let us know. We can hang out all day if you want.
oh, I would take on any diva I could. I mean, I love them all. That's who I grew up watching.
Mhm.
And that that is the type of wrestler that I want to emulate. I think their storylines were hilarious. I think they were so full of like pizzazz and sassiness. I think they were beautiful. Their gear was fun. I love wearing gear like that is reminiscent of that era. And so to be trusted with Nikki's first match back, that was really, really special. And I don't know if there's many moments in my career that could top that. I'm so
Hmm.
thankful that Triple H and the creative team trusted me with that. But more importantly, I'm so grateful that Nikki Bella trusted me with that because after 7 years and having a baby and taking time off and breaking her neck, that must be extremely traumatizing to get back in the ring and perform in front of millions of people. And she did amazing. I mean, look, I would have loved to kick her ass and win, but it didn't go my way, but that's okay. She had her moment. She had her little 15 minutes of fame and now I'll be back.
I was going to say, listen, we have SummerSlam coming up because I think there's somebody else you have to talk to first at SummerSlam, which is coming up next weekend from MetLife Stadium. Cardi B. You've had a lot of exchanges back and forth with Cardi. I know recently you tweeted about you and Michael Jordan, which of course obviously is two legends in the photo. I couldn't see the difference. I don't know why anybody
No
else didn't,
difference.
right? And Cardi had some crosswords to say, effectively saying she didn't see you that way. Do you care to give an official response to Cardi B ahead of next week? And do you think she'll accept your challenge? It's been long standing now for a pretty good period of time.
I believe I challenged her like 4 years ago at
It's
this
been
point.
it's been a long time.
Right. So at this point, she's all talk, no action. I'm waiting. My I've got my gear. I'll be at SummerSlam, Cardi. If you wanna, I mean, you're gonna be there. So if you wanna hop in the ring with me, you're more than welcome to.
Listen, I'm saying the fans want to see it. People want to see this, so I'm about it. So, uh, I read recently too. I know we talked a little bit about women's wrestling here as well. There was a report a little while back from the Associated Press. I was talking about high school girls that are having a larger presence in amateur wrestling. Is that something that you think can be attributed to professional women's professional wrestling? And do you think that bodes well for the future of women's wrestling, specifically as like WWE starts to grow the ID programs?
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily just because of professional wrestling. I think it's also women in sports. I mean, look at soccer. Soccer has taken off, and rugby now, women's rugby has taken off. The WNBA is every women's sports now are just crushing it. So I'm very proud of just overall women in sports. And I can't wait to see in like 5 to 10 years those girls who were in, they were wrestling in high school for their team. I can't wait to see if they hop on over to NXT. I think it'll be really exciting. I mean, the talent is insane.
Mhm.
It's insane. People are doing things that only superheroes and movies could do. And now they're doing it in real life on live television in front of our own eyes. And truly, I'm shocked considering I can't even do a cartwheel. It's shocking. I don't know how they do it, but God bless them.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I can't do a cartwheel. I haven't been able to do it since I was 10. It's probably would be pretty ugly if I did it in public. So we'll leave that between us. Okay. But you've had a really remarkable trajectory in your career coming back to WWE and really elevating to really top of the card. If there's one piece of advice that you could give yourself, maybe to your younger self or somebody else that's struggling with their path, maybe following a similar path that you did, what would that be?
I think the interesting thing about where I am right now is that I'm taking a moment to realize that what makes me special and unique in this business is not actually where I am right now in the niche I've kind of put myself in. It's actually the journey that got me here. All of the fans they've paid attention for 10 years. They know that I started in Vancouver and I wrestled for 10 to 20 people every night. They know that I struggled to get on Tough Enough, that I struggled to get visas to live in America, that I wrestled for Shimmer and was a part of a tag team, that I went to TNA, that I wanted a title when I had no right winning a title. I was so new and they still supported me. And then they supported me through All In and Lucha Underground and NXT. And now I'm here and I just want to scream from the rooftops like, the journey is so much more important than the end goal. It's so good to have goals, obviously.
Of course.
You always want to set goals and you want to manifest and think positively and everything. But at the end of the day, like all those speed bumps are what makes the story unique to you. And that is what, when you have your moment, your time to shine, when you have you're winning the United States Championship in Long Island in front of your friends and family, everyone is cheering for you because of the previous 10 years that they rode with you on this ride for.
Hmm. It's a great answer. I love it. It's fantastic. And what else is going to be fantastic is WWE Unreal debuts July 29th exclusively on Netflix. Don't forget, SummerSlam is coming from MetLife Stadium August 2nd and 3rd. So check that out on Peacock as well. Don't forget to check out Monday Night Raw each and every week live on Netflix and Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network. Check your local listings for start times on both. Chelsea Green, thank you for your time. Madam President, we appreciate you. I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you.